Thanks, everyone. My name is Stephen Bediako. I'm co-founder and managing director of Turning Basin Labs. Really excited to be here today to tell you about our business, which is a cooperative staffing agency based out of California. So the first thing I want to do is everyone in the room and just think about those of you who know or who have been a contract worker in the past, right? We all know it. We've all been there. We've all been connected. And actually, this type of work is fast growing. You know, during COVID in itself, nearly 25 million workers lost their jobs, and 50% of them have managed to regain work. And in many instances, that work is lower paid, lower quality, and in many instances is contract. And I think that is a growing challenge that we are facing in the global economy, and especially in the US today. There's a growing population of US workers who are low wage, and they are majority minority, very much temporary and vulnerable. And actually, we believe that if we don't tackle this problem, we will reduce our competitiveness as a country. And when you look at that problem even deeper, and I think this tells you why you need someone like Turning Basin Labs, you know, what you're seeing is our LGBTQ workers, low wage workers, minority workers, formerly incarcerated, you know, are all overrepresented in this type of work. And actually, you know, there's a real challenge. It's a real problem that we all need to own, and we need to try and solve. So at Turning Basin Labs, we believe that we are the solution to this challenge and to this problem. We're a permanent home for temporary workers, and we offer three things. One, we offer benefits and supports. Two, we offer community. We support our workers to connect with each other and find roles. And finally, we offer ownership so that our workers can flourish. We're a cooperative. So as our workers are earning through their contracts, they're earning a place in our business and shared ownership in our organization. And so how do we do what we do? There's really three clear steps. First, workers register with us, whether it's through our website, through one of our events, or through one of our social touch platforms. Second, we gather that information and we help them find their job. There's usually two routes. Either we help them be placed with one of our employer clients and find a role that meets their needs, or we make them part of a project and we support one of our partners in solving a problem and building a team of workers to work with them. And finally, we process their paychecks and make sure that they get paid on time. We take a cooperative fee, but that fee comes out of what we charge employers. Workers always get the fee that they've agreed and they get paid. So actually, they earn their way into their co-op through the hours that they do through our work. So in terms of the market, you know, over 50 million people in the United States who are working as temporary workers, and the global staffing industry is worth nearly $500 billion. The US staffing firms have a revenue of $140 billion. And actually, just in California alone, there is $18 billion of temporary work that's occurring. So it's a huge market, and we feel like we've got something different to offer. In terms of those who we compare against, you know, we compare ourselves against manpowers, traditional agencies, the MBOs who support 1099 contractors, and small, medium businesses. And we feel like we win on all those different axes, whether it's ownership, benefits, community, or career progression. What have we achieved so far? We've built a core team. We've engaged over 500 workers in just the last 12 months. We've signed 5 employer customers. 10 employers have agreed and committed to our commitment around diversity, equality, and inclusion. And most importantly, we have put nearly 35 workers to work with an average salary of around $36 an hour. And so there you can see some of the partners that we're collaborating with and that we've worked with as well. Our go-to-market strategy is through our networks and our relationships. We find customers, we find workers. We also promote ourselves through traditional platforms. And then most importantly are our partnerships. People like JFF have been a great partner in delivering our work. Irvine Foundation helped us to get off the ground. And we really see that as a core to how we grow. What does the future hold for Turning Basin Labs? Well, what you can see there is our big goal for 2030. We want to grow $1 billion business by 2030, and we want to be able to invest $700 million of that back into our workers, whether it's through staffing or whether through support or growing our own organization. And we also want to deliver a significant wage increase for over 100,000 workers. So those are our goals and our targets. The team, obviously there's myself, there's also Jonathan, who's driving recruitment, and Rahana, who works in our community. And then there are our advisors, people like Leslie from Irvine, who's been with us from the beginning, or Nick, who's been an amazing support mechanism, helping us nearly on a day-to-day basis. Just a little look at our projections. So, over the next 5 years, we want to grow a $25 million business. And I think the key thing to look at there is that a lot of our income is really going back into the business, into our workers, into our staff and our operations. But then 6% is always dropping into our profit margin. So we're seeking $500,000. A good chunk of that is going to go towards growing our team and building our staff base. 80 grand of that will go towards our workers and providing them with supports. And then $40,000 of that will go towards building the infrastructure for the business. And finally, there are two ways that people can get involved and invest. Firstly, you can make a tax-deductible donation through our fiscal sponsor, or you can also make a social investment through our return-oriented equity mechanism. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join us on the journey.